So how did you become a eunuch then? Was it?
So those palace girls, they snuck into the palace, tried to strangle the emperor to death. But they failed, and then they were subdued by the guards and given a death penalty. After that, the emperor put 27 vets in those palaces to avoid being assassinated again. The last
So is it one floor? Or is it 2 floors?
2 floors.
2 floors.
Yeah, for those the sleeping chambers are 2-storied, 2 floors building. Yeah, and the last major event ever held in this palace was on December 1st, 1922, the wedding ceremony for the last emperor. There are many buildings standing around this courtyard. The one with the door open, that one, which is used as a place called 敬事房, the office of respectful affairs, where the eunuchs work at. Eunuch, do you understand the word of eunuch?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the eunuch work at. There were like around 50,000 to 75,000 eunuchs that work for the emperor.
75,000.
Yes, work for the emperor back in the Ming Dynasty. There were around 3,000 to 5,000 during the Qing Dynasty, because the emperor had so many women. That's why there had so many eunuchs. Those eunuchs had to be castrated, and to avoid of messing around with the ladies.
Yeah.
They need a lot, because there are so many tough works need to be done by this strong man. Yeah, their job was to oversee those eunuchs and a palace maid worked in the Forbidden City. Another job for those people were to write down the daily activities of the emperor, especially when they sleep with their concubines. They need to write down the exact date and time for the future verification of the pregnancy. Yeah.
So if the concubine would deliver a baby, could that baby become emperor or not?
Yeah, there's a chance for those babies to become the emperor, especially in the Qing Dynasty. In the Ming Dynasty, the oldest boy are supposed to be the new emperor for the next generation. But in the Qing, the emperor would select the best boy from the boys to be the new emperor. So they all had a chance to become the emperor in the future.
They would live also here, all the kids.
They lived in the eunuch court first. When they grew up to above the age of 6, they had to move out of this area. This is the area exclusively used by the emperor and his ladies. Emperor was the only male allowed to live in this area. Even the emperor's sons, the princes, they had to move out of here after 6 years old. This is a picture of the eunuch. Those people that work in this area, in the harem or in the inner palaces. So apart from their clothes and hats, what else do they have in common from their appearances?
Clean shave, I don't know.
Apart from the clothes and the hat, they do not have the facial hair.
Yeah.
Because due to lacking of those body parts, their body cannot secrete enough hormone to grow the beard. Yes. So they work here and make a report to the emperor on everyday basis. Most of them had a very miserable life. Very miserable life. Died at a very early age. They couldn't have a family, and they didn't have the offspring. Yeah.
So how did you become a eunuch then? Was it you applied for that, or you were just appointed you're going to be a eunuch?
Yeah, the families, the poor families. So in the Ming Dynasty, those kids originally are coming from those enemies, from those enemy.
So it was not an honorable job.
No, it is not. So when they capture those young kids from those enemies after the war, they would bring them to the palace to become the eunuch. They got castrated. Most of the eunuchs in the Qing Dynasty, they come from those poor families, because the families are dying. They are dying of the famine, of hunger. So they present their boys to those places where they castrated. They were being castrated. So most of them have a very miserable life. The last eunuch died in 1996 at the age of 94 years old.
So this is out of a movie?
Yeah, that's from the movie.
Which movie is it?
Yeah, a lot of movies. I'm not quite sure. So sitting right here, give the interviews to this beautiful girl. So he lived here for a couple of years. Together with the emperor, they were kicked out of the Forbidden City in 1924. And then he went back to London, worked as a teacher of Chinese literature at the University of London, and who wrote a very famous book titled The Twilight of the Forbidden City. Very popular book.
哦，庄士敦。
对，您看的视频就是在这儿拍的。
对对，我看你视频就是这个。
就是在这儿拍的。So he passed away in 1938 and died alone, never married. But even to the day when he passed away, he still considered himself as the loyal and affectionate server of the last emperor. So there's a picture taken right here on this balcony. 这张照片是在这儿拍的。溥仪 ，Yeah, wearing the glasses. 这是庄士敦 ，right in Johnston. Okay, with the brothers and eunuchs, all standing on that balcony.
他在哪里打成的？
他有一条建福宫，建福宫烧了之后，他给做了一个网球场，跟那打网球。
在
故宫里面，在故宫里面，现在那块那个区域不对外开放。